I think there's two key things: networking and informational interviews. So first, we'll talk on networking. So networking again, sort of an art form, right? And I don't expect as a career development person that everyone starts off networking great. Networking takes practice. I think what we need to think of networking is as a learning experience, and what I would caution students to do is say, I am not networking for a job. I am networking for information and preparation and opportunity, and the information, preparation, and opportunity that I get for networking will yield employment. So I wouldn't focus, I know there's this fantastic role at Avaya, which is a New York City telecom company, which I found out from doing research. I might instead say, I want to work there, but I don't know enough about them. Let me find out what I really need to know that positions me as a good candidate. So whether the company has a job or not, I wouldn't base my networking off that. That would be my key note to students is I'm not really concerned with if there's a job at stake. What I would say about networking is first you need to understand who's in your network. So, for example, I consider almost anyone in my network. If I have an interest of theirs, I'd consider them in my network. But I'm a seasoned networker. If I'm a student and I've made a cultural change and perhaps come from mainland China or another country, I might say to myself, okay, I need to be comfortable with who I network with. So I would consider alumni a network or being in my network. But I wouldn't just say that anyone who went to SEAS is in my network. I would say anyone who went to Columbia is in my network. So you might find a social worker who works in HR at Viacom and you do digital signal processing. They might be a good lead for you. But I would say, so students need to consider who's in their network. So alumni, that can be undergraduate alumni, SEAS alumni, or any Columbia alumni. I would also look for people similar to myself. So if you find someone, for example, on LinkedIn, and you say, wow, I'd really like to talk to them, maybe your interests are what make them a networking prospect for you. So you see that they do exactly what you want to do, they're 5 years older than you, you might want to introduce yourself and talk to them about how do I become the next you, right? And the rapport you're building is not about, again, how do I become you or how do I get a job? It's more about I am you and I'm similar to you. Can you tell me about what you like, what you dislike? How can I be of help to you? Are there any other people I can speak to? And really understanding the organization. And what will really also come out of this is great preparation. So I can't tell you how many times students have said to me, or I've experienced it myself, where I'm networking and I'm talking to someone and they say, so why do you want to do this? Or why do you want into this field or this company? And after I've heard it a number of times, I've started to prepare myself and I said, wow, I better be prepared to answer this question. And after going through hundreds of informational interviews, when I sit down for a real job interview now, I've practiced that question so many times, I can't tell you how invaluable that experience has been to me. It's really a way to interview and be stress-free in the process. And to really practice your answers on an audience who wants to see you succeed.